Yo, what's up guys, John Boogle here, and this video might be a little bit delayed, but it is here, and I'm gonna hop straight into it. And right now you are looking at the lineup, and yes, you see in the title, it is the Great Escaper and getting Ururun Wolf, or Ururun Cat. But yeah, let's hop into the lineup, and this lineup does require true forms, and if you don't have true forms, and you have crazed cats instead, you can use those, but true forms are very key here. And let's go through the lineup and the levels we got on our cats, just so you can see and switch out any similar units, and I'll also go through suggestions as always. But of course, here we go, we got our Macho, and our Eraser is actually pretty high leveled, so we might just keep it at the second form instead of the true form. But if you do have Eraser true form, absolutely use it. And Gato Amigo, you can use Salma Cat if you don't have it true formed. If you didn't know, it is Boogie Cat's true form, but it'll be a little bit risky because, you know, true forms do boost stats, and in case you do have Crazed Wall, you can use that and replace it with Amigo or Crazed Cat. And Paris, this is a big one because DPS is so important against the enemies in this stage, and true form does make a big difference, so make sure you absolutely get that true form if you can. And the only craze requirement is Crazed Whale, but if you don't have Crazed Whale, you can use any other anti-red high damaging units like Swordsman or Batcat. Just make sure you have it level 30 and you're good. And Macho Legs, this is a very replaceable one because you can either replace it with any other long distance attacker if you don't have the true form legs, but I bring Macho Legs because it is probably the most viable option unless you have Crazed Legs or Crazed Dragon. Of course, absolutely replace the Macho Legs, and Vulture Cat's also a good replacement, and stuff with good range and good damage is a perfect replacement. And of course, another big one is of course the Boy Dragon, and make sure you do have him true form because he will survive most of the time, and it does help having him live a couple seconds longer than usual. Chimera Cat, this is the one that's replaceable too. I would recommend bringing Wrestling Cat instead of Chimera if you do have it level 30, and I have mine level 40, so I'm not going to bring that because that would be too OP, so I'm just going to go with Chimera. And try to avoid using Crazed Titan because it will get shredded, and with that slow attack speed it's just not viable. And Valkyrie is just filler. I mean, you could replace this with any other LD attacker, like let's say be a hacker, and you can replace it with that. Bahamut is level 30, but level 20 does work, and I'll explain that more once we hop into the level. Now, power-ups, of course, if you're trying to get Ururun Wolf, you absolutely must activate a treasure radar because it is not a guaranteed drop. And of course, if you're struggling, you could use sniper, and CPU is also a good one for this. Now let's finally hop into the actual enemies of this stage, and the big annoying ones are the boar and the ostrich, but if you're fast enough, you won't have to worry about the assassin bears there. This method will require stacking if you do not have a level 30 Bahamut, but like I said, I'll explain that when we hop into the stage. But yeah, let's hop into it now. So since our units are higher leveled, we aren't going to use any power-ups and just hop into it without any, but you will absolutely need treasure radar, so make sure you save one for this. And at the beginning here, just always get your wallet maxed out, and I feel like I've said that over a million times so far in previous videos, but yes, max out your wallet always. And here's the big thing about having a level 20 Bahamut. So what you want to do is stack up 2 Bahamuts if you have a level 20 Bahamut, because one is not going to be enough, and you could only stack up 2 because of the assassin bears. So do not waste too much time stacking up Bahamuts. 2 is the maximum for a level 20 Bahamut, but if you have your Bahamut level 30, you don't even have to worry about stacking 2. 1 is good enough. And how you would stack them is, in the beginning right here, you just spawn in your Bahamut and support it with some walls I mean, it's the same thing as the Crazed Cat stage and how you stack Bahamut's, and that level is basically the same thing here. But yeah, I'm gonna cut it to where we finally get our wallet maxed out and we're ready to attack the base and let the Ururun Wolf loose. And here we go, we got our wallet maxed out, we have our money capped out, Boogle bars coming at you, but attack the base and let the Ururun Wolf out once you do have everything ready. And I just pushed in with some walls in Paris, and I preemptively spawned my Bahamut there because it is very slow, and the boss wave knockback makes it move back. So just have it ready for these kangaroos that come out because they are very annoying and they will aura you to death. So just make sure you have your Bahamut and Paris ready for those. And it's fairly simple right here in the beginning. You just want to maintain and sustain. Okay, let me stop. But anyways, you just want to make sure you don't use up too much money, but I don't think that's an issue since these shadow boxers keep spawning, and you just want to chill here and wait until the first big enemy comes out. And the Ururun Wolf is not that big of a threat. I mean, if your cats are low leveled, it does become a big threat. And there we go. When the boar does come out, that's when you spawn in your Valkyrie if you are using it, and the Chimera or whatever anti-raid units you do have. And Whale is also a good level for this because at level 20 he can take a hit from Ururun Wolf, and sometimes he can get hits off on Ururun Wolf, and that'll be very helpful. And this is why having true forms in this level is so very helpful, because if our wall was true formed and had that boosted stats, the boar won't be able to push through your stallers as much, and just having that small difference can make a big difference in the long run. And same thing goes with Paris. I mean, the run without the true form Paris did take about 5 minutes longer, and we took a lot of base damage and we actually almost lost. And even with the 30+4 Paris, and that true form does make a huge difference. Now what you do in between the waves of boars is not do too much, just spawn in your Paris every now and then and handle the shadow boxers, and maybe your Crazed Whale every now and then, or your Chimera can actually get knockbacks if you do have it high enough leveled. And here we go, this is the other main enemy that comes out, the ostrich, and avoid spawning your tanky units like Chimera and Whale during this period because they will get shredded. And what you want to do is actually LD attack it out and try to get this ostrich down as fast as possible. That's why Paris, Macho Legs, Dragon, and if you do have Crazed Dragon, that will help a lot. And this is the wombo combo here, the boar and the ostrich and both of the head swingers. And this is where you want to save up your Bahamut and take it out at the right time, and of course the Bahamut will get a hit, and boom, look, that boar went down super quick. And now we just got to take this ostrich boy and we'll be on our way to attacking the Ururun Wolf again. And if the ostrich does keep shredding through your stallers, that means you're either mistiming your stall or you're not ready for this level and the level requirements. And this is probably the hardest part of the whole level, and after this ostrich is down, it's pretty much simple after that. Just spawning your waves of Chimeras every now and then, Paris every now and then to maybe get a hit off on the Ururun Wolf. And Bahamut, of course, will get lots of hits on Ururun Wolf. And if you are using sniper, make sure you disable it around this time period. Every time it's just Ururun Wolf alone, because you don't want your Bahamut to miss shots. Only activate it against the ostrich and the boars. And the boar should be coming out soon. Yep, there he is. And once again, it's fairly simple. Anti-raid units against the boar, LD attackers against the ostrich, and everything against the Ururun Wolf, because Chimera can get knocked back off every now and then, and look at that sweet double knockback, and you can do that if you do time your laser correctly. Now the shadow boxers will be a problem if your levels aren't high enough, and by that I mean level 30. Having level 20 units against these shadow boxers, they will get shredded easily, and avoid trying this level with level 20 units either. Then if you have your Bahamut level 20, that's like the only thing you should have at level 20. Everything else should be 30 or else it's a wrap, because the level 30+4 Paris was not able to handle this stage that well so make sure you do have true forms. And of course, it's common sense that crazed cats can't go to level 30, and that's just common sense, but everything else is level 30, and stuff like Apple Cat is very, very useful on this stage, and that will help out a lot. And like I said, Valkyrie is just a filler, so pretty much any Uber that has a good amount of range is good for this stage, and that's pretty much it for this guide. I mean, it's just waves of boars and repeating the same thing again, and what I would do is try to save your Bahamut for when the boar does come out, and it'll be able to take care of that very easily. And once you do have like a huge stack of Parises and you take out the boar quick enough, they all might be able to get a hit off on the Ururun Wolf, which will do a lot of damage. But yeah, I'm gonna speed it up till we finally kill the Ururun Wolf, and yep, that will be the end of the guide. And here we go, it's on the last knockback, and one more. Oh wow, that was quick, and boom! The Ururun Wolf is down, and that is the end. And make sure you take out the base quick enough, because if you did take a while taking out the ostrich and the boars, that means you might have to deal with the assassin bear. So just save your laser just in case, and try to take out the base as quick as possible and avoid getting the assassin bears out. But yeah, that was pretty much it for the guide. And if you are struggling, of course, comment down below, and I'm sure people have lots of other suggestions you can use, other cats you can use. There's lots of strategies out there, and this is just one I would like to show you guys just in case. And it only uses one gacha, which is Paris, but it is possible without Paris if you do have Crazed Dragon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy. Drop a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, join the hashtag Boogle gang, and yeah, expect the Crazy Axe guide soon too. It's Big John Boogle, and see ya. See ya.